3 words. Incredible. Hey guys, welcome back to the Bald Shredder channel. And yeah, I got a lot to tell you about this guitar. But first, you gotta hear me play this guitar. I mean, come on. I have written and recorded an all-new jam using this guitar just for this video. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it is high octane. When you've got a Ferrari, you don't go the speed limit. Heck no. All right, check it out. If you guys want to hear me shred on this bad boy some more, be sure to check out my weekly live stream this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Alright, now before I go into the specs and everything that makes this guitar so amazing, I gotta tell you guys how I ended up getting this guitar. First of all, this is an EART guitar, and I've already reviewed a couple of their guitars previously, and those were great too. So how did I get this one? Well, recently, as you might know, last month, I was at the NAMM show. And guess who else was at the NAMM show? Yeah, you got it, EART. They had a booth. So naturally, I checked it out to see what they brought to the NAMM show, and they had some really cool stuff there, including this guitar. And I talked to the guys a little bit, I talked to the owner, and then at the end of the last day, which was Saturday at the NAMM show, it's like almost closing time, and I go over there and I see that they've still got this guitar. They had their guitars for sale, by the way, but I saw that one sitting there and I thought, it doesn't look like it's sold. Let me ask and see if this guitar has been sold or not. And then after checking with them, it was in fact not sold yet. And so I suggested to them, I said, hey, since nobody bought this one, maybe you guys could consider letting me have it. Let me take it, I'll take it home, and I will do a really awesome video on it. And the owner agreed. Check it out, here's a picture of me and the owner, the founder of EART Guitars. So I want to give a big shout out, major thanks, big appreciation to the company and the owner for letting me have this guitar. And what we're looking at exactly, guys, is the CLA-10X-PRO from EART Guitars. And it features custom lacquer art that is done by hand. And they do have several of these available on their website, each one looks different. So as far as I can tell, like basically each one is one of a kind because they're doing this paint, this lacquer by hand, and they use different colors on some of them. They're not all, the same colors. They look a little bit different, and I think each one is unique. So basically it's like one of a kind guitar. All right, so what makes this guitar so great? I mean, other than all the specs that I'll go over in just a second, it is just made and set up like just totally fantastic. And for me personally, it just has so many things and features that I love, like the Dinky body with a roasted mahogany body, a roasted Canadian maple neck and fretboard. And here's an interesting thing, the back of the neck profile, it has a compound neck profile. According to the website, it says it goes from a U shape down to a C shape. It's a little bit hard to feel. I mean, I think I can kind of tell. It feels a little bit more flat down here and then maybe slightly more round down here. I don't think it's a big difference, but yeah, I think it's there. And then, not to be confused with the fretboard also has a compound radius going from 9.5 inches to 14 inches. So it gets flatter as you go down in this direction. And that is great for the shredding. And then on top of that, you've got jumbo stainless steel frets with the rounded ball ends, so no sharp ends. The fretwork is phenomenal. I lowered the action a bit. I got it really nice and low, no fret buzz, and it just plays like butter. And by the way, the one thing that I did do to this guitar is I took off the stock strings because they were 10 gauge, and you guys know I don't like 10 gauge. And I put on a set of 9 gauge S.I.T strings. So that just makes it a little bit better for me. Now up here in the headstock, we've got a real bone nut, and we have some really nice locking tuners with the EART logo on them. And since we're looking at the back of the headstock, take a look here, guys. It's got the serial number on the back of the headstock, but instead of just being like printed or a sticker or whatever, like the serial number is literally stamped into the back of the headstock. Like, I never see that, so that's kind of cool. Now the pickups, we've got 2 humbuckers, and these are EART custom humbuckers. I think they're probably Alnico 5, I think. It doesn't say on the website, but I'm guessing just based on what this guitar is and the price, and it's the pro level and all that, and the sound, they're probably Alnico 5. Output on the bridge is like 14.2K, and the neck pickup is like 8K, so really nice, like right where I want it. Now the controls, we've got a volume, we've got a tone, and we've got a mini switch here, which will split the coils on the humbuckers. And then the switch, it's not a 3-way switch, it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way switch, and they're calling this a 10-tone guitar because you've got 5 positions, but then you've also got the coil split. So yeah, 10 tones, I guess. And then looking at the bridge, it is a 2-point floating bridge, but this is an EART custom bridge with stainless steel saddles, as well as a nice size brass block. I took the cover off so you guys could see it. So it's got good sustain, sounds good, really smooth. The only issue, guys, is I wish I could say, well, yeah, when I use the whammy, it stays in perfect tune. I could do dive bombs, perfect tune. That's just not the case. So I think this kind of bridge, it's good for light whammy use, but if you go too crazy, you're probably gonna throw it out of tune a little bit. And lastly, guys, the weight, it's right about 7.5 pounds, so it feels great for me holding it on my leg, lifting it up, whatever, not too heavy. Okay, and now we've gotta talk about the price, right? These are selling right now on the EART Guitar website. I'll have that link down in the video description, by the way. Yeah, these are selling for $3,099. And the big question is, wow, is it worth that? Would I pay that? I mean, that's kind of a lot of money, right? Yeah, no doubt. I'm not gonna say that that's not a lot of money. That is a lot of money. But we gotta look at what's going on here. Again, it's a one-of-a-kind finish. You're gonna have a unique one-of-a-kind guitar where the paint and the finish was done by hand. And this is their pro level guitar. So the whole like assembly and setup is just top notch. In fact, I would put these on par with any like made in Japan guitars. And for that price, it better be. You've got great pro level pickups, a great bridge, great electronics, the locking tuners, the roasted Canadian maple neck, phenomenal fretwork, all that stuff. But guys, they do have other versions, sort of like the regular production models that don't have the fancy, you know, lacquer, custom paint, whatever. They have those at much more reasonable prices if you want to check one of those out instead. And what I can tell you with absolute certainty that this is definitely one of the best guitars to come through here on the Bald Shredder channel, for sure. All right, guys, so if you want to check this out, or the other ones, or any of the EART guitars, I'm gonna have that link to their website down in the video description. As usual, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time!